Hello everyone, this is Jernwood and welcome back to another Let's Play Total War Warhammer 2. So, I actually recorded the beginning of a Skaven campaign, but unfortunately the entire video was all messed up, so we're just going to redo it from the beginning. So we have 4 factions here. We have the High Elves, the Lizardmen, the Dark Elves, and the Skaven. So each faction is led by 2 different leaders. So we have Tyrion Teclis for the High Elves, Lord Mazda Mundi, and Krogar for the Lizardmen. And then we have Malekith. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Malekith.
I will see Malekith proud.
Yeah, there we go. Malekith and Morathi as the Dark Elves, and Queek, Headtaker, and Lord Scroll for the Skaven. So we're gonna start off our first campaign as the Skaven. So for these guys, there's a campaign introduction that we could potentially do, which I did in the first video before it got totally screwed up. But it's basically just a tutorial on how to play. So, since we already know how to play, I think we're going to skip it. It's not too different from the other ones that we've done so far. So, some of the things that we're going to do is read off the Queek Headtaker's effects. So he has minus 50% upkeep for Storm Vermin and Clan Rats, so we can build a pretty solid Clan Rats army, which is mostly just, I think, was it cannon fodder? So that's good. But the Storm Vermin are really the slightly more elite troops, I suppose, that they have. So these are like normal units. So you have a Storm Vermin with halberds and probably some potentially other weapons. Rat Ogres, Monstrous Infantry, and then we have Warfire Throwers, which are anti-infantry units. So no Clan Rats as the additional starting units, but I think they all start with Clan Rats to begin with, because they're like basically the cannon fodder. So, alright, so we're going to start the campaign. We're not going to do the campaign introduction just because not a whole lot of value.
Deep under the world, they chitter and plan, watching, waiting. When they emerge, it is a nightmare vision. The Skaven, a ravenous horde of verminous ratmen. They gnaw at the roots of the world like an infected wound. They mean to rule over ruins, for such is the will of their god, the great horned rat. Only the island home of the High Elves has remained unscathed. And at its center is the Great Vortex. A swirling maelstrom that siphons chaos from the world. The Skaven covet its vast power with envious, beady red eyes. The twin-tailed comet is oft seen as an omen, but this time its wake has disturbed the winds of magic. In the secret halls of the Under-Empire, the Council of 13 has gathered. A time to scheme, of opportunity.
I kill dwarf things in Pillar City. No! Clan wars go to Southlands. Hunt for Warpstone. Moors are puppet minion. Pestilence infest Lastria. Yes. but all warpstone for council plan. Come, scribe slave, work to do. Comet makes elf things weak. Council wants power of the vortex.
Just as prophecy demands.
So it's true. You read markings on the black pillar. Then you know we must find the Screaming One. Find out how to control the vortex.
Oh yes, master. But a large tribute of warpstone will that demon require if we summon him.
Return to your assigned clan. Harvest warpstone.
Yes, most precipitous of masters.
And flay yourself, your impertinence.
Oh, it will be done, your worship.
Squirt, musk of fear, vermin, for the Headtaker comes before you. I has mission from council itself. That how important I am. Southlands under attack from elf things. Clan Moors sent to kill elf things and find warpstone. Warpstone essential. Elf things come from Sea Fortress. In time, we'll take that too. Good base for Queek, maybe. Yes? Fight elf things, kill elf things. More stuff, more heads, more glory for Queek.
Alright, so that was a pretty sweet intro. So we're Clan Moors, so Skaven Underworld. Skaven settlements are not ordinarily visible to other races, appearing instead as uninhabited ruins. Heroes may scout ruins to see if they are truly abandoned. So Skaven factions require a stockpile of food, as denoted by up here. Each army consuming an amount of food per turn. Food may be gained from battles, from sacking settlements, and from certain buildings. And we can also spread Skaven spread corruption where they settle, lowering public order over time, but giving additional uses of the Menace Below army ability in battles fought within the local province. So the Menace Below is an army ability which allows Skaven factions to summon a unit of clan rats anywhere on the battlefield during a battle. Cool. Alright, so ensure that one of the following buildings, okay, construct a lair, and we'll get some more monies.
The elf things that march against us shall pay. Ashing spies, says a pointed-eared no-furs, steal Queek's treasures. We take them back. All things are Queek's.
Alright, so we've been issued the mission to take out the Fortress of Dawn. Oh wait, sorry. To take Dawn's Light from the Fortress of Dawn, which is another faction. Okay, so we have an army here led by Vanya with some archers. So these are rat ogres, more fire throwers. So we have some storm vermin halberds and a bunch of clan rats. So they're called meat shield instead of cannon fodder, but you know the meaning still remains the same. I don't think these guys affect morale when they rout, at least not like these other normal non-meat shield units. So the only difference between this and like the campaign intro is the fact that you have to fight some mandatory battles for the tutorial, and you get a few extra units at the end of that. But I think we're okay. So we're gonna build up this lair, give us some additional corruption, additional food capacity, and also allows us to unlock Skaven slave spears, which is additional meat shield units. So you can see the garrison is actually pretty large. Oh, we have some Night Runners, which are Clan Eshin units, I believe. So we can see what buildings are available here. We'll probably want to go for Storm Vermin in Tier 3. If we can. Yep, we can, and you know, we'll explore that as we go. So we need a clan armory before we can start researching some of these things. Oh, and an assassin's hideout. So right now, snow technology. You can also see Skaven corruption on the world map. Blue is considered low. High would be green, and you kind of see that the focus is around the settlement, I believe? I don't know. Nah, it's not a whole lot. And then the untainted is, you know, that. Okay, so we have rights that we can also use. It requires gold, and you also need to research technologies before you can run them, or do them. Here's the diplomacy map.
Foreign powers may be managed through diplomacy.
Okay, thank you. And so there's other Skaven factions. No, we're not trading with anyone. We could trade with the Lizardmen, just for the sake of, you know, so maybe that would have worked. Anyways, there are objectives. In order to win, we have to fight the final battle by completing all rituals. At least I think that's how that works. Anyways, we're gonna go into our first battle here. We're not gonna recruit. This army is small, so I think we have a pretty good chance of taking it.
Battle is upon us. Study your options carefully. The enemy are close. Blood.
Okay, so what is this? The menace below. Spawn a unit of clan rats. Okay, so if I increase the number of uses, it requires additional food. But I only need 4, I guess, in this battle. So armies consume food each turn. It can be used up, blah blah blah. Food is gained. Okay, so we've already read that before. So settlement upkeep changing this turn. We're gonna have +1 food. Our army is way bigger. We're not gonna auto-resolve just because auto-resolve generally doesn't work out very well for me. Unless they fixed it, but oftentimes you just take all the damage for whatever reason and everyone else serves. I don't know if they fixed that, but from experience before, it's been a bad time.
They await your orders.
Alright, so we'll do a little bit of this. We'll have our meat shields go in first, but let's see if we can go into cinematic mode. Oh yeah! So cinematic mode. This looks really good. Wow! I am very excited for this battle. All right, so we got Queek, the Headtaker, pretty solid general. I'll have him. Let's see. These guys are on the flanks. Actually, that's fine. 4 and 5. So let's just start the battle. Yep. So we'll do a little bit of that. I mean, I could have set these guys up to be in slightly better positions, but 5 for this guy. All right, where is number 5? 5's over here. Okay. 2's over there. So these are flamethrower units, so these guys are probably going to be pretty awesome on the field. So we outnumber them heavily. You can see that they're all in formation. I mean, they look good. They look like they're ready for combat. But they're going to get crushed. So we can advance the speed a little bit. I'm actually just gonna... Oh, the only difference is there are no slingers in this army. So if you play this tutorial, you get slingers at the beginning. 2 units of slingers. But that's okay. I mean, we got warp fire throwers. and storm vermin. So I guess instead of getting slingers, I got storm vermin, which I think is probably the better unit. Alright, so we're getting shot up. Thank goodness we have these gorgeous meat shield units. Alright, so we're gonna go that way, go this way, try to flank them from the back, do a little bit of that. Alright, we're gonna enter into cinematic mode to check out this sweet, sweet battle. My goodness, look at that. So these guys are in a pretty tight formation.
The enemy attack your flank, Commander. Drive them off.
So I got these guys, I'm gonna go in there. And then got storm vermin coming in from the rear. More storm vermin coming from the rear. Rat ogres are gonna hit that up on the side. Ooh. Alright, let's take a look at this. Oh! Look at that! Oh my goodness! Look at that toss! That is amazing. Alright, we're gonna start chasing those bad Larrys.
Enemy waver, my lord.
That's great. Alright, so our battle formation... So we've encircled the enemy, more or less. Ooh. We gotta watch this in cinematic mode. See if it kills all of my men in the process of them shooting it. Alright, round 2 of the splurge. Oh, yeah. Lots of friendly fire. Woo! Look at that. Alright. We'll just shoot the the general there. Alright, so we're chasing away all of their skirmishing units with our slightly faster troops. Got clan rats routing these dudes. Got storm vermin just kind of killing everything. But more importantly, we're just shooting warp flames at the general over there. Alright, so now that these guys are routing inside my wall of troops. So I don't want them to escape, mainly because I don't want to have a second battle, so we're just going to try and rout them. Maybe we can even kill a general, but for now we're going to stop this guy from shooting. And we're just going to have him hang out as our storm vermin fight their general. We do have some men coming from behind. Oh no, wait, never mind. Clan rats are just chasing them away. Just happen to be routing in our general direction. These guys are being chased by storm vermin. And we routed that unit completely. No, wait. There's still 13 of them left, but their main unit keeps moving away, I guess, for the unit card. So if we can trap this lady, then victory will be assured. So we're gonna actually fast forward this. Gonna do a little bit of that. So if we can rout the general, I think that destroys the army from coming back on the field. I think. I don't know for sure. Which is why we're doing this. But I think she's gonna escape. Yep. Oh wait. Ah, damn it. I guess so. But very easy battle. I mean, it's the first battle, so it's bound to be easy. But pretty good, pretty good. So by winning that battle, we've gained 6 food, giving us additional province. I mean, giving us additional growth, and we've gotten some items. So the Dawnstone gives us additional physical resistance, and our general has leveled up. So we have 3 options here. We can either sell off our enemies, we could enslave them, gain some additional food, or we can eat them to replenish our units. So we didn't lose too many men, we only lost 92. We're gonna enslave them to getting the additional food, since that basically keeps our army in a good spot. Alright, so we are currently not in our own territory, unfortunately. But since we've gained this talisman, we can either... So we can look at it, I guess. We can see some of his traits. Nodwell's Right Claw gives us reduced maintenance for Storm Vermin and Clan Rats. And we also hate these factions. Or races, in this case. Alright, so we can't actually do anything else, but we can upgrade his skills. So we could do campaign movement, give him additional leadership. But let's see what's good. So if we do extremely distrustful, we can do +8 leadership, but -1 loyalty for all new recruits. And this one gives us +2 loyalty for warlords, but -2 for Graysayers. Interesting. So this might be useful. Actually, this is probably pretty useful for our army because there's bonuses for Storm Vermin when we recruit them. So we should probably focus on this in a little bit. But first I want to get the Route Marcher so we can have a little bit more campaign movement, as this will be probably our main army for a little bit. The only sad thing is we're just in a bad spot. So since I'm stalking, I mean I can't move, which is... Wait, why can't I move? Okay, I can't move, so that kind of sucks. Which means, I guess, we kind of have to move. I mean, not move. We kind of have to end the turn.
Be sure to guide their development to your advantage.
Okay. Wait, I think I just did this.
Experience and may now develop your skills accordingly. See for yourself.
I thought I disabled the tutorial. And so now, they're gonna talk about it. We don't particularly... I mean, we've already been through this before, so, you know, you can equip different equipment on your lords, and, you know, they have traits. And look, he's already stopped talking. This is weird now. Okay, so... Oh, okay, so now I can move. What? That whole thing was just a setup for a tutorial. Wow! Alright, so we're... So actually, we have an option to just destroy this army, or we could recruit some men. Usually a good idea to just destroy them.
You need not grow weary of battle, my lord. You do not need to oversee.
Okay, so we're just gonna auto-resolve. I think this is part of their tutorial piece. Alright, so that's done. We're gonna gain some additional food. So now we're at the surplus of food supplies, and we've killed the enemy. I still think we have enough movement points to just move into our territory, which is perfect because I wanted to recruit some additional men. So, oh, okay. So I guess expendable is are the ones that don't affect morale. Meat shields are just meat shields, I guess. But let's take a quick look at the tutorial. I mean, at the unit card. So what does expendable mean in this case? Oh, witnessing friendly expendable units rout does not reduce other units' leadership unless they are themselves expendable. So, I take back what I said about the meat shield earlier. It's the expendable units that don't affect morale, unless they are also expendable. Oh, so we've leveled up to level 3 now, so... Let's see... Recruitment costs, -3%. But I'm gonna actually go for Inspiring Presence, so that we can... I mean, we're gonna have a bunch of clan rats, so we may as well make them more effective in combat. And then from there... Okay, I think we can end our first turn here. Alright, turn 1 has ended.
Your plan is the dark menace that lurks unseen, Warlord. You are masters of concealment and deception, and the oblivious fools that dwell above ground shall all come to know of your power in time.
Alright, so we're back. We got a ton of food, we have pretty decent income. So we could recruit heroes, and well, we can't recruit heroes. We could recruit a lord if we wanted to. And you can see the loyalty. So when recruited, this lord will have a loyalty level within this range. Loyalty is a measure of the willingness of a lord of the Dark Elves or Skaven to follow the leader of his or her faction. Should a lord's loyalty reach 0, they will rebel, taking their army with them to form a new faction. Oh god. Alright, so we probably don't want to get any grace here because we have negative effects for that, but we could potentially get some, you know, new lords, but for now we don't need them just yet. Alright, so we're gonna just move towards Dawn's Light. And then we're gonna look at diplomacy before we end our turn. Let's see if anything can happen. See if we can get a non-aggression pact going. Maybe a trade agreement. Nope. I tried. And now we will end our turn.
Assistance is available should you need it, my lord. You may rely upon it.
Okay. Alright, so, I don't know what happened to the map. Oh, okay, so you can zoom out. Oh, would you look at that. So this is the world map. This is probably where we're going to have the final battle, because this is where the vortex is. Ooh, that FPS drop. Alright, so we're going to go back in here. We're going to probably wrap up this episode of this siege. Hopefully, it's not too bad.
May occasionally be summoned from below the battlefield, mighty lord.
Okay.
It is not for nothing that your kind are infamous.
Alright, so we could just auto-resolve this, but I kind of want to see if there's anything in this settlement that might be cool. Alright, so... Oh, actually, it's a field battle, but there are some nice touches, like a high elf church, I think? Some farms, and you can see the actual settlement. Wow, this is some nice detail. Alright, I'm glad we fought. I mean, yeah, we fought this battle to see this, because usually it's just like a bland open field with nothing in it. Alright, so we got some Skaven slaves, you know, they're expendable units. So clan rats are meat shields, but they're a little bit more valuable than those other dudes. The Skaven slaves. Alright. And then we got these guys, so do a little bit of that. Alright. Line 1, line 2. Alright, so line 1 is just gonna charge right on in.
Your army marches into battle with great powers, my lord.
Alright, so we got these guys going. I believe I could summon dudes from below ground, but I don't know actually how to do that. Oh! I do now! It's over here. But it costs food when we summon them, I believe, so we're not gonna do it unless we need some additional men, which I don't think we will in this battle. So, let's see. We're just gonna come in from the right side over there. Alright, so let's go into cinematic mode. See this charge by these Skaven slaves. Ooh, they just ignored these fools. Wow. Oh, they're breaking formation to charge at my Skaven slaves. Got plenty of rats. They just have one solid line. I should probably not do that, but that's okay. I'm actually gonna choose this. Just charge into the middle there. I'm gonna try and use these guys over there. Alright, so we got our men coming from the flanks. I may have grouped these guys up a little bit poorly, but... Oh, we killed the enemy general. Nice. That took literally 2 seconds. Oh yeah. Alright. So the reason why I kind of separated these guys was mainly because, well, that was pretty amazing. I just didn't want that friendly fire. But my goodness, that was an amazing shot. Ooh. One warp fire toss and these guys have routed almost instantaneously. Anyways, these guys will chase. They're a little slower, but I'm sure we'll be okay. I'm just gonna keep my general with the main unit. And then we're going to charge from the backside of these high elves, and it's going to be a bad time for these high elves. They're completely surrounded by rats, and they're routing into my storm vermin. So that's a really bad time. Alright, so now that the game is kinda lagging out from this insane epicness. So we're going to send the slaves to help out because they're a little faster. But we can watch these goons, my rat ogres, just destroy these dudes right here. Oh, yep, that's a rat ogre. Ooh, they look way bigger in Vermintide. I feel like these guys are a little bit more downsized, but also I'm also at a top-down view-ish, so we're gonna look smaller regardless. Alright, so their general unit is broken. Their general is dead. Basically, the battle is in the bag at this point. We're just sending these storm vermin to get some crops. Because, you know, it's harvest time. Ooh, and a lot of dead elves. Wow, but I must say, this looks way better than I expected. I thought it was going to be like Warhammer 1, where it's just like, there's nothing on the field. But my goodness, this is magnificent. The FPS is a little, you know, not as good on the 980 Ti. I mean, it's still pretty solid, but it does drop below like 60 every now and again, so not too happy about that. But anyways, the battle is won, so let's just end the battle here. A very easy victory. We only lost 71 rats. I mean, that's actually pretty impressive. I mean, you rats. That's my suspicion, right? There's so many of them. Alright, so we gained a bunch of food. So hopefully that will improve public order. Anyways, we have the option of occupying the settlement. So if we give more... Oh! So if we spend more food, we can make the settlement higher. At a higher level. So by spending 20 food to take it, and then another 20 to upgrade to level 2. We could do that. We could also just raise it, sack it, but we're just gonna loot and occupy. Normal levels, we're just gonna put it back to a normal level. We may as well. So we got some additional warp stone. So over here is our warp stone meter. We need enough in order to do the rituals, so we have a long way to go apparently, because wow! We need 5,000 warp stone, so we're gonna need a lot. So feast while you can. Okay. Alright.
Captives say they want control of Southlands. They seek treasures for their ritual. No! Clan Moors must be first. Hurry. Get more warpstone. Claim Southlands for Queek.
Alright, so we've been issued another mission by Sneak Scratchet. So we have to maintain control of one province, blah blah blah. So, Grand Prince of Clan Moors, greatest champion with longest hair. My master, Greyseer Vushkik, has sent me in his stead. He knows of your dislike of Greyseers. If I may be so humble to pass on a message, he tasks you to take the whole province from the elf things. Yes, yes, ha ha ha. Okay, so we're gonna take Scrag Hole next, which could potentially be another Skaven dump, or not, who knows. But first we're gonna repair the dock, and then we could potentially build an alarmed tunnel, which will give us additional garrison men, but we're not gonna do that. Wait, actually, hold on. Cannot be constructed in major settlements. Okay, so this is only a minor settlement. So that's fine. Or we could get some additional money and growth. Let's see. Alright, so we don't want to build this because we can't bring it to the top. So we're only left with these three options, because I think minor settlements can only go up to tier 3 or maybe to tier 2. Tier 2 is my guess. No, tier 3 is my guess. I'm looking at the wrong thing. There we go. Tier 3. Alright, so if we do Night Runners, let's see, Storm Vermin Halberds. I think we already have... What? Oh, this is headquarters. And they actually have expanded the building list, so there's 8, whereas before it was just 6 is the max in Warhammer 1. At least for the humans. So, we could either do Weapon Burrow, or we're probably gonna build this. Seems to make the most sense at this moment. If we want Storm Vermin right now. Oh wait, it'll be a while until we can get that. Never mind. We'll go with... we'll go with this rubbish pit, I think. Actually no, I want more corruption, so let's do that. Let's do rattling warrens. A pretty decent sized garrison there. Okay, so now let's upgrade our pack leader. So we could either have additional weapon strength, or let's do pack leader for now. And since
noble recruitment is available to boost your armies far from home, my lord. Yet such flexibility comes at a price. Build your forces close to home where possible.
Alright, so let's get some... Let's get that thing out of the way first. Oh, these guys are anti-large. I don't think I have any of those. Oh, I do. The Storm Vermin. So, I guess I'll just use 2 of them. Some more clan rats. And some more clan rats. Seems to be the way to go. So we'll recruit, and then we'll navigate out. So what's this? A recent battle site. This can be searched with a lord. Remnants of battle. I don't know if I want to recruit another lord just yet, but we are out of time. It's 40 minutes into the video. So I'd like to thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you next time.